The National Grid site, located at 108th Street and Beach Channel Drive in Rockaway, New York. The waterfront property on the north side of Beach Channel Drive, across from the National Grid site, is primarily owned by the Parks Department and is in dire need of repair. One way or the other, whatever is done in the next few years, this really has to be addressed. Otherwise, we're going to find Beach Channel Drive in Jamaica Bay as opposed to running across the northern side of Jamaica Bay. You can see the extensive erosion along the waterfront by Beach Channel Drive. The roadbed is actually only 15 feet away from where this is, and if we have a good northeasterly storm, chances are we could eventually see the roadbed washed away. There is a beautiful view of New York City from across the street from the National Grid site. You can really enjoy it, just be careful you don't fall into Jamaica Bay. The structure that is now on the National Grid site is there to help with the cleanup. It's a large structure, but when you take that structure's size into consideration, and when you look at the total acreage, the 5.5 acres that the actual site occupies, it is just a small fraction of that site, which allows us to use much of the other land as a parking facility for a terminal that could be placed on Jamaica Bay across the street for a high-speed ferry system that would take people from this location directly into New York, while having smaller ferries come from other surrounding areas like Kennedy Airport to service people and bring them to the Rockaways, or to connect with a main terminal ferry that would go straight into New York. I would like to recommend that a science center be built on this site. Now, I know others in the community have some very good ideas as to what could be done to utilize the space, but I think a science center could be very helpful in focusing in on the ecology of Jamaica Bay, as well as new technologies like solar and wind power that could be tied into the Long Island Power Authority's grid so that we can generate electricity from the site, and also focus in on the Department of Environmental Protection's water treatment facility, where we can teach people what is being done to keep the waters of Jamaica Bay clean. In closing, I would like to say, get involved. Speak to our elected officials, attend Board 14 meetings, support the Rockaway Waterfront Alliance, attend citywide public hearings for waterfront development. Don't let this opportunity to enhance the quality of life in the Rockaways pass us by. Together we can make a difference.